Hey guys, it's Russell back, and as part of our ongoing series of Bring That Mercedes Back from the Dead, we're going to do a project that I can do in the garage. For the next 4 days it's going to be pouring down rain, so I want to go ahead and do this project while it's relatively dry in here. So one of the problems that Mercedes, I guess you could call it due to overcharging the battery, is some of the battery acid will spill out over onto the tray. If anybody knows anything about sulfuric acid, it will eat metal up very rapidly. And I've already loosened the tray, and that is what you are left with. Let me get my light here. And that's not good. Now fortunately, the hole here just goes to where the wheel well is. Okay, it is starting to work right here. If it goes through right here, then that'll actually go into the passenger compartment, and you'll get water on the passenger and both front and rear floorboards. So how are we going to fix this? Well, if you wanted to, I guess you could cut that out, weld a new patch in, etc., but we're not going to do that. We're going to be using a product that I'm going to be showing you just in a few minutes, along with some fiberglass cloth that hopefully will be able to address this. Now, there is a hole right here that you do not want to plug up. That is part of the drain hole system. There's the water that flows down, goes down in here. There's a drain hole right there where my finger is, and then it drains there. So we want to, number one, we want to stop the rust, and we want to reinforce that so that it does not do that again. Now, what can we do with this tray? This one's too far gone, okay? Unfortunately, it's already busted through. I found another tray at a junkyard that is not rusted through, which we'll be using. And I don't have any with me, but I do recommend that you take one of those battery acid matte neutralizers and place in there, because when these batteries spill over, the acid gets on there and eats it up. So let me go ahead and get the product that I'm going to show you what we're going to use and how to fix this. It's not a hard job. It's a little messy, but we will show you exactly how to do that. Alright, so I wanted to show you guys what I'm going to be using. This is Miracle Paint by the Bill Hirsch Company, and this will create a very, very, very durable bond over the rust. And I'm also going to be using, I've cut some pieces of fiberglass cloth that will be embedding in that. Now the thing about this is, this paint cures by moisture in the air, okay? What you don't want to do is you don't want to open the can, because if you pour it out, it's going to get on here and it will cure, and you'll never get this can open again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a hole. I'm going to drill 2 holes here to use to pour, and then I'll seal the holes with some duct tape, so I'll be able to use, because I'm not going to use the entire can at once. I guess that's the point. So I'm just going to shake this up for a little while and drill the holes. I've got a paper plate and an old brush. Whatever you're going to be using with this stuff is disposable. Just remember that. And that's what we're going to do. What I'm going to do, well, without just blabbing on and on, I'm just going to show you guys. Alright, we're just going to do this real time. So, I've got both holes drilled in the can, and I'm going to lay first piece of my fiberglass here. I'm just going to pour some of the paint out. And I'm basically just going to saturate this. Okay, so it'll go all the way through. So I'm going to go ahead and paint on the rust here with what I've got on my brush. Please don't get this on any nuts and bolts if you ever want to remove them. Alright, so I've got that pretty much put where I want it, and I'm just going to set this right here. I'm going to take my piece of fiberglass cloth that I've already cut. I'm going to put it over the hole to make a patch. Alright, so I've got the repair completed. I'm just going to let this cure. I've got several layers of the fiberglass cloth and the miracle paint, and this stuff cures with moisture in the air. So it is raining, so hopefully it will cure faster than it normally would if it were not raining, because I have to put the car back in service here in about 5 hours. So anyway, I will come back when I get everything put back together. The new battery tray right here, there were a few little places of some surface, just a little surface rust. The tray is in excellent condition, so I just used what miracle paint I had left on the brush and just dabbed it on there. So waiting for that to dry. There's the old tray. That will go in the garbage. It is too far gone. The disposable brush and paper plate, that will be gone. And we'll come back when it has dried and cured. Alright guys, so here we are back. It's been about 4 hours, and the miracle paint has dried enough to where it's not tacky anymore. It'll take about 24 hours to cure, but I just went ahead and reinstalled the new tray that I had here and got the battery back in and everything hooked up. So from here on out, no more rust. There won't be any more leakage right there. I may in the future get some of this body color touch-up paint if I want, and just take the tray back out and spray that area, but it doesn't really matter. One thing I am going to do is I'm going to order a battery mat. You can get the anti-corrosion mats that will absorb any sulfuric acid that leaks out of the battery. It's not so much a problem with the newer batteries as it is the older style, but that just usually comes from overcharging. And this is putting out, I don't know, right at 14.5 volts, so we're not going to worry about overcharging right now, but it's always a good thing to do. It'll save. You can't buy these battery trays new anymore, so that would be a wise investment if your tray is good. I probably will at some point completely coat the whole tray with the miracle paint, but right now I'm not going to do it. And that one going into the garbage pile. So anyway guys, thank you for your viewership. I hope that this was helpful. If you have a Mercedes, I almost guarantee you, especially if it's a 123, that you have some corrosion and or rust worse than I had here. So you know how to take care of it. I will, let's see, I'll try to put a link to the miracle paint on Amazon and also the fiberglass cloth mat so you can do this project yourself. And I will talk to you guys on the next video.